Uh,
Hi, I'm Tiana. I'm ill.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Tea, the show where T, gets high and drinks tea. Bring in the teacup. We have tea. Like, we literally have tea with the tea on it. Oh, is this the. It should be like. Okay. This is actually an idea inspired by the lovely people at the Himpist. So shout out to the Himpist. So here's the thing. No, I was gonna lie. I started smoking around 20. I want to say it was 2017. Yeah, 2017. And it was always some dank stuff. I didn't really know what I was doing. But I've always smoked other people's things, right? And for the past couple of years, I've smoked mainly to disassociate, maybe both of those words, because they're two different things, but I'm pretty sure they go hand in hand in my situation. That's just some backstory. I say all that to say I'm trying to be more intentional about my intake and at least know what I'm smoking and also share information, because I'm a girly pop that doesn't know what I'm doing. You might be a pop. Is that offensive? You might be someone who doesn't know what you're doing either, and you just want to see stuff, or you just want to see me getting high, like either or. Welcome and thank you. Also, I'm trying to drink more tea. I drink coffee all day because of my job, and I know there's some effects, so where I needed something to make sure I'm like drinking something. For today's episode, we will be indulging in Be Well Sour Cherry, the hybrid. You guys are gonna have to walk me through how to better describe what's going on here. We're dealing with 25% TAC, 24% THC dash A. I'm sure y'all know what's going on. And 1% of D9 THC. Okay. Like I said, this is supposed to be a hybrid. And when I went to the dispensary, I said I needed to feel something. Like, I wanted a lofty, mellow, kind of trippy vibe. And they were like, oh, you could try this. So we're going to try it. Right now, in the present, I feel distressed, lost. Yeah, are we depressed? We're getting there. We're gonna see what the vibes are after I finish smoking this. I also feel a little bit of a thrill because I bought myself a new bed today. I financed it without the accurate coin coming in. Black people always say if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. I couldn't buy this once. Celebrate. Let's enjoy this. Let's indulge. I'm pretty sure you can't do it on camera, but I'm gonna do a first hit. Okay. All right, so every time I smoke, there's like some type of aftertaste, and I'm tasting cherry. Yeah, okay. That's cute. Okay. You know what? It smells sour, but it tastes like cherry. So that is the first impression of sour cherry. And for the tea today, because it's high tea, I might kick my own ass for that because I gotta be consistent with tea. Today we are enjoying a French vanilla chai. This is a nice pairing. All right. I've been recording for 7 minutes and I took the first hit maybe a minute ago. I'm going to finish it and come back and let you know my thoughts. BRB, enjoy your tea. As you can see, your girl got comfortable. So I think we just discovered a manifestation strain. Because why? First of all, hold on. Smoking around 350. It really hit and sat around 420. I'm not making that up. I have no reason to. It's not that serious. And then I get an interview. Loxian manifestations. Ding. I feel really chill. I feel really lofty. Colors look amazing. When I was in the dispensary, I said I just want colors to look really pretty, and the lighting in my room looks really nice. And usually I don't like the lighting in my room, so like I love that for me. Oh, as you can see, I took off the shirt because my sensory, the vibes, like I felt everything. And there was like, the shirt was kind of itchy in the first place, but I kind of like ignored it. But as soon as that strain hit, no. Sour Cherry said we can't be wearing this right now. So we're in a different shirt right now. Shout out to Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was actually the first, no, it wasn't the first anime I watched. The first anime was Shuffle, which is one of those type of animes. I don't know how I got introduced to it or why, but my first anime was actually Shuffle. But the one I actually sat through, watched through, and was excited for was Attack on Titan. And I joined the fandom years into it, so like I didn't have like that vibe of, oh my god, when's it coming out. I was just like, oh cool, it's coming out at some point. Same thing with Marvel, like the Marvel movies, like the MCU. I didn't take interest in that until I saw WandaVision because I love weird sci-fi, Black Mirror, odd stuff, surrealism. I love that. That is my jam, my lady jam. Literally the only reason I got invested into the MCU was WandaVision. So give Wanda her flowers. She's the only reason I was invested and spent coin on y'all. Give Wanda hers. This is definitely going to be my pick me up go to. You feel me? So far we got manifestations. We got, oh, beautiful colors. Ding. Sensory overload. We're going to add that. Okay, ding. The more I sit in it, it's definitely like a body high. I feel it more in this area. It feels nice to take a deep breath. Like it's all in here. And not like in a heavy way. It's just like, it's like floating here. If I could describe it in a movement, that would be it. What is this video? I don't know how people be talking about weeds and stuff, okay? So I'm just letting you know how I feel. And I feel good. I guess I'll come back after the high has like left. Maybe. I don't know. What do? I don't know. I'm just having a good time. I feel like giggly and stuff. I just feel like life isn't so bad. Like it's stupid, it's dumb, but there are incremental moments that's like, this is nice. So in short, I'd label this as a this is nice. We needed this. So if you're looking for a phrase that this can kind of be connected to, is this is nice. We needed this. The nice rain shower after a drought, we needed this. Vacation I soon hope to have, we needed this. That's what this is giving. It's lighting up my heart chakra. Maybe that's what's happening because it's just all in the shoulders. Anybody relate? I do want to cook something though. I do want to have some dinner. So maybe I'll do that as I let this wear off. But we've been chilling for a bit now. So I think I'll come back after it's kind of done its job. All right. The high is done. Tea time is over. I still have tea left over, but we are now, mellow and chill. And this one thing I will say, optimism. Ding. Okay, anyway, I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off for the first time in my life, and I did not know that movie had hidden gems in it. It cranked up the optimism 100%. Just watching a movie and like taking away that it's a white boy and like we can talk about that, but watching a movie where someone took autonomy for their day, and yes, it took some finessing, but they had the day that they wanted, and the people that they wanted to come along came along, and although they had their own like issues and situations, he still gave everyone a good time. But the fact that this kid had like a full memorable day, right? Just one day, and had so many ops against him, like his sister and the principal, and trying not to get caught, and like people trying not to like deal with him or call him a liar or whatever. Regardless of that, like because people were not minding their own business, okay, and just letting him have his day, they tripped themselves up so many times. I thought that was very interesting. Now, I was not comfortable with a good message of the movie coming from Charlie Sheen, but their points were made. Also, I sympathize with the kid whose parents gave him a really like discombobulated home life, and because of that, like he couldn't really be himself, and he didn't know who he was for real, and he was just this kid that was under like control of his parents and didn't really have autonomy for himself, and would literally be sick and get sick and be cozy in that sickness because he could kind of be left alone and like rest. And I was like, this is, it really had me thinking about how having a very positive, nurturing home life can really jumpstart you to having the life that you want. But the lack of that causes you to have to work overtime to get to a space where you know yourself, you love yourself, and you have autonomy, and you believe in that. And I could relate to that. I'm like, I'm 30 years old trying to figure this out. And a lot of concepts like doing what I want to do and like what's good for me was not something that it wasn't a thing a couple of years ago. Like it really only started being a thing when I decided to like leave Christianity and just believe how I want to believe and calling it a good time, which it has been. But I really saw myself in the movie and I wasn't expecting that, especially with like basically an all white cast. um yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but it's definitely a movie I might watch again because I enjoyed the lines within the script. I really did. Again, we can apply certain things because it's a white boy, but there were other concepts. I'm like, okay, I fuck with it, dude. There's something about sour cherry that kind of switches up timelines. This is actually quantum leap. Dang. Yeah, this is more than the high tea I thought this was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more of like a nah, this this oh, if I were to rate my experience with sour cherry, I'm giving it a I don't I'm giving that a 9.9. I don't know how you usually rate your gardening, but I just had a wonderful couple of hours with the help of sour cherry. The experience led me here. I'm feeling optimistic. I feel way better than I did beforehand. My throat doesn't feel all scratchy. I had a nice meal. I don't feel drowsy. I'm chilling and it's nice. Side note, I did roll up another one, so that's a thing as well. But no, this is a good time. So shout out to the darlings at the Hempist for putting me on. Anyway, I think that's the video. Yay! But thank you for coming over for high tea. Ah! Hopefully I get to do this often. It's kind of cost effective. So if you like the tip, you can find my socials with my information and support. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I know, so I can keep doing it. But thank y'all so much for coming along for high tea. And this was sour cherry. Good day. Oh, and French vanilla chai tea. Okay, enjoy. Bye.